Today we can share our thoughts in a fraction of a second. We can send our money across the globe in less than a minute. But sometime I found that challenging, that we cannot personally and physically follow our thoughts and our business by being defined by something called a citizenship or a passport. And this is the only thing that actually is outside of our control, the place where you were born. Everything else you can change today. However, this small element will define your mobility, will define who you are, and it could limit you or provide you a benefit. And I believe global citizenship is a concept that could take you beyond this notion of borders, beyond this limitation of nationalities to a different state of mind.
ثورة المعرفة لم تعد تكفي، صار علينا أن نطمح لاكتشاف أشياء أكبر وأعمق ما وراء هذه المعرفة. من الواضح أن الزاوية اللي جلسنا فيها لننظر منها إلى العالم كانت ضيقة، وبدا منها العالم دائرة مغلقة، والمستقبل أيضا من هذه الزاوية ليس إلا صورة مكررة عن الماضي. بالنسبة إلي أعتقد أن نقطة البداية هنا هو في الخروج من النظر إلى العالم كأنه عوالم مغلقة على بعضها، والتراجع عن فكرة العزلة خصوصاً في ظروف كظروفنا. الخروج من مشهد العزلة اللي بنعيشه وفتح أفق البحث عن طرق تأخذنا إلى الأطراف القصوى من هذا العالم. فكرة المواطن العالمي هي من الأفكار اللي ببحث عنها دائما وبفكر فيها دائما كسبيل للتحرر الشامل للإنسان بعيدا عن الطوبوية والتفاؤل الساذج. مشروع المواطن العالمي هي استعادة لفكرة قديمة ترجع إلى الحضارة اليونانية القديمة، ولكن المصطلح اليوم يبدو وكأنه عملة جديدة بدأ الكثيرون جدياً بالتداول بها. واحد من رواد وسفراء حركة المواطنة العالمية هو آرماند آرتون، الرئيس التنفيذي لشركة آرتون كابيتال، رجل عنده رؤية عظيمة، ناشط وراعي للكثير من المؤسسات الخيرية المختلفة في جميع أنحاء العالم لمساعدة الأطفال المحرومين ودعم التعليم. آرماند هو نفسه مواطن عالمي، وهذا بسبب تنقلاته المختلفة منذ صغره اللي راح نتعرف عليها من آرماند نفسه.
I'm Armenian descent, born in Eastern Europe, in Bulgaria, and during my early ages my parents traveled a lot, so I moved and lived in many countries, including Morocco, France, and in my teenage years my parents moved to Canada. This is where I got educated and started my career as well as my company. I guess as a child, living in 3-4 continents, and speaking 5 languages, traveling more than 30 countries before you're 30, it's something that definitely affects your vision of the world, understanding of differences, cultural, religious and national. So I believe that the best experience in school of life is what my parents gave me in my early life, and that defined who I am.
الكثير من الفلاسفة والأكاديميين والباحثين تحدثوا عن المواطنة العالمية وكشفوا عن مدى وسع هذا المفهوم. هذه لمحة موجزة من آرماند بتوضح وبتعرفنا على هذا المفهوم وماذا يعني أن تكون مواطن عالمي.
My personal definition of a global citizen is of an individual who understands the interrelation that exists in this world, that every act that you do in your personal or corporate life does affect the life of thousands and millions other people around the world. That interconnectivity, it is increasing reality of our day-to-day and of our every life. It is our responsibility to think as a global citizen, to act as global citizens, and to strive to leave this world a better place than we find it. If each of us does a little bit efforts in that step, I believe that there will be a big difference at the end.
هل هناك شركاء حقيقيون ورعاة جديون لمشروع المواطنة العالمية؟ ومن يساهم اليوم في التوعية لهذا المشروع؟ وما هو دور التكنولوجيا هنا؟
I believe that it is technology helping to share this awareness. Billionaires are sharing their wealth in an unprecedented way, showing the way, I think, of how we can care about the other people and share our experience and wealth with the less fortunate. My work has privileged me to work with some of the wealthiest thought leaders around the world who just strive to have a better access through global citizenship.
شو هو الدور اللي يجب أن يلعب التعليم والمدارس في تعزيز مفهوم المواطنة العالمية، ومن أين تبدأ المسؤولية؟
You and me and everybody. Media, governments, NGOs, schools, families, parents. I believe, like Jacques-Jean Rousseau, that it's in the first 5 years of a child's education that you build his character. So I believe that it's in the schools, and this is why our charity, the Global Citizen Foundation, invests mainly in education in early childhood, because we believe that the foundation, the principles, the morals, values are defined in this early age. And when wars and different climate changes disrupt the normal life of a child, this is where the generation ahead will pay a very heavy price.
ما هو شكل العالم الذي يجب أن يرثه أطفال العالم من بعدنا؟ جواب جميل من أرماند.
Said, today was a special day as Gene Cernan passed away, and I was the last man to visit the moon and to see the world from there. I can only imagine what vision is this and what feeling provides to see the world as a one, as a unity, without borders. And the symbol of global citizenship very often is putting the hands together and uniting different people around the world that have been divided by borders and nationalities and politics into a new kind of human beings, so-called global citizens, that we strive to be for a better version of what we believe.
وهلا عن الفعاليات والنشاطات القادمة اللي بتنتظر أرماند خلال الأشهر القادمة.
Well, I took this year, Said, to discover what the global citizen stands for and the whole concept of global citizenship. So during my journey, in the next months, I will be meeting with different kinds of people, from head of states to philanthropists, thought leaders, entrepreneurs in the technology world who are taking us beyond what we can see today, with the simple citizens from the refugee camps to the boats of MOAS who are saving thousands of lives every day in the Mediterranean Sea. We'll be discussing and questioning people on different conferences, such as the World Economic Forum, the Concordia event, as well as we'll invite all those people that will be meeting during the year at something called the Global Citizen Forum. It's an annual gathering which will take place in Doha this year in November 2017, where I believe and I hope to be able to share with the world the findings of global citizenship, challenges and opportunities, to define what our future could be if we believe and if we put our efforts and heart into developing true global citizenship.
ممارسة المواطنة العالمية يمكن أن تمارس حتى وإنت في المنزل من خلال المشاركة في القضايا العالمية أو مع الثقافات المختلفة. وبالنسبة لآخرين هي تجربة مباشرة وحية مع مختلف الدول والشعوب والثقافات. الخيار يعود لك كيف تمارس مواطنتك العالمية، ولكن المهم كيف تخلق روابط عملية وقواسم مشتركة بدل الانشقاقات.
The global citizen quest, it is a personal challenge for me. I want to know, I want to discover, I want to ask. I believe that we only are as good as we know our limitations. I have seen a lot and learned a lot over the last 4 years of my life, but the quest is about discovering a deeper connection between the humans at the level between the state and the citizens, the level between human beings around the world being divided not only by religion and borders. I believe in this quest to find even one answer to the challenges of today's world will be worth the time invested for me to discover it and to go through this journey.
هذا هو الهدف الأساسي في البحث عن المواطنة العالمية. هي ليست فقط إزالة الحدود الجغرافية، ولكن تذويب لكل الحدود الذهنية والاجتماعية والثقافية اللي وضعناها بيننا كبشر.
The only thing in your life that you don't control, being where you're born, will define your ability to travel, your ability of freedom and exploring the world. Our generation is defined by knowing the price of everything and the value of nothing. And nothing more than in my industry shows this. We do put a price on citizenships and residences. However, the value for different people, it's huge. 80% of this world live in places where, without having any choice, unfairly their citizenships lack them from the mobility of freedom of travel. And the developing world never really understands the real value of this small piece of paper called a passport that does allow them to travel to 150 country plus. And some of the Americans, most of them, don't have a passport and never have traveled outside of the United States. And the other side of the world, people are risking their lives every day, crossing borders, crossing seas, in order to have this freedom. People are investing millions to have other citizenships. So this is the questions we try to find answers in the Global Citizen Quest.